New at 7 Factory Week continues. Cameron Fontana is stepping up to the plate today. He's checking out how bats, look at him, get made at Phoenix Bats.
He's about to hit a home run. Hey, Cam.
Woo! Hey, that's right, Adam. So I am very, very pumped this morning because, of course, I love baseball. Nothing against football or anything, but baseball is my favorite sport, and it is day 4 of Factory Week, and we're hanging out at Phoenix Bats, bats that are made local for the pros. So coming up on Good Day Columbus, we're going to see this process start to finish, from the type of wood that they choose to carving it out and then sanding it at the end. So we'll see you in about 15-20 minutes, guys.
Around town this morning, Cameron Fontana, he is getting ready for spring training at Phoenix Bats.
Cameron is taking a tour as part of Factory Week.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Don't point that thing at me.
Hey, that's right, guys. So we want to show you really, yeah, I know, right? I want to show you guys really an idea of the different types of bats that they do here and talk about the history. And with me is Joel. How's it going, man?
Great, man. How are you?
Good. So how did Phoenix Bats get started?
It started in 1996. Founder of the company was playing vintage baseball for the Ohio Village Muffins, and they couldn't find any good bats. So they knew that Charlie had a lathe, and they said, hey, could you turn us some bats? And
yeah.
They did, or he did, and it just ballooned from there.
That's awesome. So at this point, I mean, we got a couple names using your bats, including one that you're holding right now.
I'm holding a game-used Brandon Geyer bat. Go Tribe. Woo! Thank you, Brandon.
And we were just talking, I mean, for those who don't know, Geyer was the guy that totally started that rally in the 7th game of the World Series, and that's awesome, man, to have a local person really use your bats on the national stage.
Absolutely. One of the other guys we're very proud of, an Ohio guy, Adam Eaton. He just got traded from the White Sox to the Nationals. Leadoff hitter, very good center fielder. Hopefully you'll see him in the All-Star game as well this year.
Nice. So from start to finish, how long does it take you guys to make a bat?
To start to finish, it could take a couple days, but what we're going to see is a bat actually being cut on the most advanced lathe in the industry in 2 minutes. It's going to cut and sand it in 2 minutes, and it's going to be ready to go in the finish.
Sweet. Okay, so the first step, of course, is choosing the wood. So you have a room back there that we're going to go in,
We
right?
do. We're going to go in there next. Got a big old room full of wood. We're going to explain the different woods. We're going to actually pull something. We're going to be able to cut it as well.
All right. Can we go to the back?
Absolutely.
Sweet. We'll see you guys soon. We're making bats.
We love it. This is fascinating.
Have
to
fun, Cam.
See how things are made here at home. Around town, Factory Week continues. Batter up.
Cameron Fontana, he is checking out how bats are made at Phoenix Bats. Hey, Cam.
Hey, that's right, Adam. So we've gone to the back here at Phoenix. We're back with Joel. I should say bat with Joel. See what I did there? So this is really cool. Not a lot of people see how bats actually start. What's the wood that's used, Joel?
Oh, we use primarily 3 types of woods, maple, birch, and ash.
Okay.
Everything that is harvested and sent to us grows between 50 and 70 years before they bring it.
Now, why those woods?
They are the hardest woods that are possible to get the lightest weight for a baseball bat and still make them durable.
So
as well.
any other type of wood, if you're hitting a ball that fast, you're just going to break.
They can either break or they'll just be too heavy for people to swing. We've made bats out of all sorts of heavier woods, but they're just way too heavy for people.
Now, you told me something interesting was that ash, great wood, but supplies going down?
Correct. With the emerald ash borer killing some trees and everything, I would say ash probably within the next 5 years for our industry will be non-existent.
So then it would just be strictly birch and maple.
And maybe some other wood that we might be able to figure out from there.
Wood
we have stuff in the works, but I just can't tell you right now.
Oh, it's very secret. So it goes like this. Now, I see a lot of numbers on these. What do those mean?
Yeah, so anytime the wood comes in, we actually weigh everything to the 1/10 of an ounce, and we grade it as well, looking for straightness of grain, because you don't want a bat that has any waviness or knots, particularly in the handle, or it'll break. And what's really important, or really interesting, each tube of wood comes in between 5 and 8 pounds, and what we're going to learn here in a little bit, when you take a tube between 5 and 8 pounds, it cuts it down to about a 2-pound bat. What do we do with the rest of that? So we're going to find out soon.
You're good.
That's the teaser. I'm good.
Look at that. He knows what to do,
That's
guys.
right.
So coming up next, we're going to put it in the machine, right?
Correct. And we're going to see some bats being run.
All right. We got more coming up on Good Day Columbus. We'll see you after the break. This guy. It's a good teaser. Let's go.
That's for it.
Well, if this week's warm weather has you dreaming of the baseball diamond, you are not alone.
Cameron Fontana, he is enjoying some spring training of his own. He is at Phoenix Bats in Plain City.
Woo. Hey, that's right, guys. So we're just making sure the machine was ready to go here with Joel. So, Joel, what are we seeing right now?
You're actually seeing the bat being cut. It's an AutoCAD lathe. Everything's programmed, computerized, not like what used to do with hand-turning bats. It's got 3 knives on there, one that does the doweling, second does the rough cut, and the final one is actually shapes the bat, what you're seeing right now. and as soon as it's done in probably another 30 seconds, it's actually going to sand it coming back. So in full 2 minutes, you get a bat that's cut, sanded, ready to be put in finish.
Now this machine is pretty special. Why is that?
It's actually one of the only machines like this in the world. It's the most advanced lathe because even that big company that's been around for 130 years, they don't even have a lathe that cuts and sands a bat.
And it's because the different layers, it first makes the cut, and then you were showing me, then another cut, then the sanding, right?
Correct, and these knives are incredibly sharp. They just, they're right by each other. So right now what you just saw was the end of the barrel being cut, and the sander just engaged, it's sanding it as it's going back.
That is so amazing. So when it comes out of there, you have one in your hand, it still has little notches at the end.
Correct, so what we do, depending on the type of finish, we'll cut those notches off. And what's really cool about us that I teased you earlier with the sawdust and stuff, these notches actually get recycled as well.
No way.
To a company here locally that uses them to burn run all their equipment by fire.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So you're giving back and staying green.
That's right, staying as green as possible.
So what type of bat is this?
This is actually a vintage bat, an AA84, which is a replica Cap Anson bat. Circle, late 1890s, 1900s.
Okay.
And made of ash, very thick bat, something that you don't see today.
Yeah.
And we'll go over that as well, see evolution of bats. So what this was back 100 years ago, to what these guys are swinging today.
Nice. Well, you know what? We're going to toss it back to you. Here's another look at it, guys, all the different layers that it gets cut.
Wow.
Isn't that neat?
Really?
That is
cool.
really neat. It is 8:51 on your Thursday morning, and spring training is underway. Baseball season is just a little more than a month away. I feel like it lasts, though, so long.
Because it does. It does. Cameron is getting us ready with a tour of the Phoenix Bat Factory in Plain City. We saw a pink bat there,
Yes,
Cam.
the pink bat.
Yeah. Hey, look at. There's a pink bat right here.
Yeah.
I love it.
Got one right there. Little pink bat. So this is really cool. What we're seeing right now is what Joel is doing. They're staining the bats and coloring them. So what's this process exactly?
Well, I mean, it's just PVC pipe that we use our water-based finishes, which is all environmentally friendly, to actually finish the bats. Nothing really earth-breaking technology. It's been around for 100 years and everything. It's just, how we do it. We're going to stain them.
Yeah.
We're going to take them into the drying room after that. Then we're going to let them dry, and then we're going to put a clear coat on them afterwards.
Now, for professional ball players, are there any colors that they can't use, or is it just pretty much the popular one?
Professional ball players have a lot of regulations, so there's only a few colors, such as clear, natural, brown, gray, and black. Those are the only colors they're allowed to use.
So they can't be rocking a pink bat.
They only have pink bats on Mother's Day. That's the only time a pink bat's ever allowed to be used. But you'll never see like a red or a royal bat or anything. But I'll tell you what, since you're here today, because I don't like people not doing work, I'm going to have you dip these bats.
Put me
I'm
to
going to
work.
take a break.
So these look like they already have color on it. So what are we doing?
These are already done. The color's on them, dry. You're putting a clear coat on, actually. This is what makes the bat incredibly glossy. And then after that, once that's all dry...
Now I'm going up to the line, right?
Correct, up to that line. And then when this is dry, we're going to take it to the laser engraver as the next step.
Wow. Now, Edwin, if you can, come right over here, because this is kind of cool. When you go down the PVC pipe, you can see the clear coat down there. I'm going to go right here, and watch. You're going to see the clear come up, right up to the line. Boom. Now, it went in black. This is coming out a little bit blue.
It only looks blue just because of the volume of the finish that's on there. Once it starts to dry or run off into back into the tanks, it's just going to make that black really glossy.
Sweet. Well, coming up next, they actually have a surprise for us. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hearing there's a custom bat waiting to be engraved. So we're going to toss it back to you. Look at it. You got little pink bats and blue bats.
We love the colors. Huh?
Yeah, those are sweet.
Around town this morning, we're continuing Factory Week, and we're touring behind the scenes of some local manufacturers.
You gotta love to see how great products are made right here at home. Cameron Fontana this morning is at Phoenix Bats.
Hey, that's right, Jessica. And we love products, like you said, that are made here at home that are really used around the world and across our country. So we've been making bats all morning long. We've seen everything from cutting to the rotating and then the dipping. Now, what is this machine doing right here, Joel?
What we're doing is the final step in the process before the actual players take their bat out and swing it, and this is laser engraving. We can etch names, team logo. We've done family portraits before.
No way.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So after everything's dry, it comes in here in the laser engraver. We'll fill in the paint, or fill in the engraving itself with paint afterwards. Okay. But over in the other laser engraver, we have a very special bat that we still have not showed you yet.
No, I haven't seen this. So we have over here. Whoa!
That is the Cameron signature Good Day Columbus
So they asked
bat.
me for my just signature earlier, so I'm like, okay, I'll just put it down on there. And now you were able to transfer that, like what a lot of the professional players do.
Correct. So what you're getting is just like a professional player bat. We're trying to make you feel good when you leave here today.
But you know what? You're gonna make me feel like a professional player too. That's awesome. Have you had any weird requests from professional players about what to do with their bats, maybe what to engrave? Or?
You get some weird requests, but we still have to stay within the regulations. There's not a lot that we can do, making them too crazy and stuff.
Yeah.
They're not even allowed to use nicknames on
No
bats.
way.
Right.
It has to be their actual
Correct.
full
That's
name.
how strict they are.
No, I know it's over in football, so like Chad Ochocinco. I guess he legally changed it, so you
He
could.
did.
Yeah, you
Yep.
could do that. I mean, when you think about the professional players that use these, how cool is it to know that you're touching the same bats that they're gonna be used to potentially hit home runs to get a rally going to almost win a World Series.
Correct. It's very rewarding when we go home at night and turn the TV on and we can just focus in and see the Phoenix bat brand used in all major league games. It's fantastic.
That is sweet. So how many bats did you make last year? How many do you have to make?
We did about 17,000 last year. And what's really cool about that, we talked about like the excess waste and everything with the billets being 5 to 8 pounds and you get a 2-pound bat.
Yeah, so if you're just joining us, these start as a huge cylinder of wood, about 5 to 8 pounds, you
Correct.
said. And then it gets shaved and cut down.
To 2 pounds. And then what do we do with that excess shaving?
Yeah,
I
what do
was
you
telling
do?
you how kind of green we are as a company. The excess shaving comes in bags like this. And my father-in-law is a cattle farmer up in Bucyrus, Ohio, my hometown, which I believe Marshall may know a little bit about that town.
Oh, yeah,
But there's
Marshall?
some really comfortable cattle sitting on some Phoenix bat sawdust.
Look at that. Marshall, have you ever felt Phoenix bat sawdust in Bucyrus?
I can't say that I've had the pleasure, Cam. I'll have to work on that.
Does it feel like home?
And around town today, we are continuing our Factory Week.
And Cameron Fontana has been live all morning at a place called Phoenix Bats, making those baseball bats we all see. Cam, still working at it, are you?
Well, you know what, guys? What we're kind of going to talk about right now is the progression of bats, of really how they changed over time. And when you come here first, you guys give tours, right?
Absolutely. We have open tours Monday through Fridays at 1:30 in the afternoon, Wednesday evenings at 6, and if you have 10 or more people, you can book a private tour as well.
Sweet. So you can actually see the bat process and how it's made. But this right here, this is a very, very heavy bat, and it's big.
Correct. It's 36 inches, 48 ounces, so it's 4 pounds. It's a replica shoeless Joe Jackson bat. It's the model that he actually swung. A little bit of history about this that I didn't even get to tell you off the air. The reason for the color here, Shoeless Joe was a big tobacco chewer, and he would spit on his bat and just rub it in, so that's how the brown color came about.
Look at that. And really, if you go over time, they really did initially start with heavier, longer bats, even cool things like this to split your grip. And
Correct. This is a replica Napoleon Lajeway bat, a double knob. He would use it to split his hands, slap hitter. Really good, good ball player. He's in the Hall of Fame as well. We have several others that we replicated over the years, a mushroom bat, a ball knob, and then the actual one, the Babe Ruth bat, right there in your hands. That's a replica Babe Ruth, 35 inches, about 42 ounces.
I feel the power of the Babe right now.
That's right.
This is
there.
great. And it's not just bats that you do. I mean, looking here, I'm seeing like huge cheese, trophy bats. What all do you make?
Correct. We do a full line of trophy bats, big, small. We actually came out with a golf tee a couple years, or actually 1 year ago today.
Oh my gosh.
It's been a huge hit for us. And then as you just kind of look over the progression of bats, you see how they get thinner handled, more definition between the barrel and the handle. Much lighter as well.
Yeah.
So guys will be swinging a 34-inch now, about 31 ounces. We call it a drop 3 bat that gets whip it through the strike zone. They can never handle something like that nowadays.
Well, one bat that I am going to be swinging, it's right here, and I haven't seen it.
You have not seen
So you
this
guys
yet.
box it up. So when you do sell your bats, they do come in boxes like this.
Yeah, we do a lot of fun branding here. We try to keep it as light as possible.
Nice.
And we always include something special in each package.
All right, so we're going to open this up.
That's right.
I'm going to see it. All right, I see the back right here. Oh, look at the black. All right, we're going to spin it around. Wow, check it out! Oh my gosh. Dude, that pops.
That's right. That is the Cameron autograph special.
Okay,
right
I get
there.
out my autograph right there. We got Good Day Columbus, of course, Phoenix bats. Okay. And look at it.
Oh,
That is
I
sweet.
love
In
it.
the wrist.
Right.
That's
Is that
awesome.
sweet?
That is so
You better
cool.
not make it to your personal
I
collection,
think it is.
mister.
It already has his name on it, so
That's amazing.
that is very cool. Hope he brings that back.
Don't whiff. How embarrassing.